Hello everyone, this is Kathleen. I'm very happy to be here today to show you this finished Eclectic journal that we've been working on as part of our Style-Wise series on making eclectic journals. So this is the way it's turned out. I really like it. I've done the beads for the closure, used this antique button here. It has this rounded spine with two signatures. It's really chunky. It's turned out really chunky, so it's a good thing that there is, plenty of room for it to mold around itself. So let's go inside and I'll show it to you. Remember that I also have this Eclectic journal also finished. Rather than do a long video for a flip through, I decided to split it up, which means that I'll publish two videos, one after another, which is pretty unusual for me, but that's the way we'll do it today. So if you, depending on which one you see first, then you'll know that the other one has also published, and you can either follow the link in the description box to the other one, or you can just go to my channel name and look at the recent videos and you'll see both of them together. Let's go inside and see how it's turned out. So altogether, this has 120 pages. It has 38 pockets and tucks and 36 pieces of ephemera. Some of them are handmade. Some of it is vintage ephemera that I have stuffed in the pockets. So here's the opening pocket, that funny woven placemat or whatever it was. And I have just stuffed it with a little vintage index card with a simple collage and some vintage stationery. This really looks like 1970s something to me. I was young in those days and that's familiar. Here's a little piece of just some kind of ephemera, and it matched these flowers really well. Here's our collage pocket. Here's the second pocket with some smushing and stamping with this goldish orange color. Yeah, woolly bears. Some Texas Gold trading stamps. This is an over-the-page flip, so lots of journaling space here, and it just flips over the page. There's the tag. I would have put ribbon on it, but this just got so chunky that I really, whoever has the journal can add ribbon if they wish. I just didn't want it to be any more bulky. Here's a cute little, just a vintage image of a board game. Here is the tissue paper pocket, and I have just one of these accordion fold-out journal cards. A little bit of stamping there. Here is that microfiche pocket or tuck, and just a postcard that just kind of fits in there. This is just a little torn paper, magazine paper, journaling paper here. And here is our hidden pocket with 3 little pieces of ephemera. Some of these pockets you will recognize and can find the tutorials just in the pocket playlist. Here's a little bit of it's a vintage book, one of the end papers, and it's just been torn out of the book here. And I just thought this tribal print was interesting and the colors matched. Here's another little tribal print on this side. And these pretty birds. This is a vintage library card. Yeah. And just another little journal card. This is that envelope, that altered envelope tuck, and it just fits over the edge of the page like that, making room for tucking little other papers in under the sides. This is a vintage milk top and ribbon, a little tuck spot there. Here's the other side of the tissue. It's folded up with a rusted paper clip and just a couple of pieces of ephemera. This is new. This is, I don't know, this just came in a bundle of ephemera that I purchased. But I like the colors together. A little tuck spot there, some crocheted trim, another little tuck spot, lots of journaling space and lots of little places to tuck things. This is antique ledger. Here's our little fringe pocket. Here's one of our little index card flips that we made, oh, I don't know, a month or so ago. I thought this one went really well in this journal, so I tucked one of those here. Here's April's pretty jelly print page. Here is our little paper sack with an altered ledger sheet. Here is our happiest birthday, and I just have another little ledger page tucked under here, and this, remember, opens all the way up for journaling and then tucks back around the envelope. We just have another little matching journal paper here inside this great big envelope. Here is our playing card belly band, peekaboo pocket, just with some textured paper. Some S&H green stamps. Here's our little double tuck, parakeets. The sky is clear and blue. Here's our envelope tuck and our decoupage pocket. This is just one of the tags from my stash. And there's lots of room inside this pocket for papers. And this is another little corner tuck and a matching just journal paper there. And this has a little belly band on the pocket. So you could put some other little ephemera there. This was a postcard, vintage postcard that I sanded and just used there as that little corner tuck. And this is, I don't know where it came from. It's been in my stash for a long time. Just a little vintage chipboard element. And here's that pretty butterfly collage. Here is our triple pocket envelope flip. Only it's a greeting card, not an envelope, but it does have 2 pockets on it. And this little stationery with our embossed embellishment there, and a little tag here in this pocket. Some just some vintage railroad note paper, and there's still plenty of room here as well. And then this just wraps around the page, clips on with this paper clip. And here on the other side is also a tuck spot, and this is our pretty textural collage with that lace and the tissue. Yeah, pretty. Here's another tuck spot with this cluster tab. Another cluster tab here, and an altered library card. And here's this pretty pocket with the net. Just makes me think of maybe a vacation on a beach somewhere. So just some papers to tuck there for journaling. And this could also be a pocket. I did not slice it. I thought I would let whoever got the journal decide if they wanted to cut that open and use it as a pocket or just leave it as a page. Here is our stencil tuck. Here is our little notebook. It just slips off and on with this little paper clip. Here's another little tribal printed wrapping paper with some gold painted embellishments, and this is a postcard from the Middle East, and this fun pom-pom trim here on this last page, and our last collaged fabric pocket, and another just a journaling tag from my stash. And that's the end. I think she's turned out pretty well. I'm pleased with it. I'm going to list these journals on Etsy, so you can follow the link there, and if you're interested, and see the listing on Etsy. Thanks so much for being with me, and I'll invite you to check out the flip through of the other Happy Mail journal. Thanks. We'll see you again with the next video.